Hello you guys, and welcome back to Books by Britt TV. I'm your host Britt, and today we are going to be discussing Butterfly 2 by Ashley Antoinette. Yay! Now let me just say this, I read Butterfly 1, but I feel like, it was just a little appetizer. It left me too hungry. So with that, I didn't really want to record a video about it, but Butterfly 2 was the appetizer, entrees, the main course, glass of wine. Then we retired to the coffee room for coffee and dessert. That's how good I felt like Butterfly 2 was. So, I'm going to read the synopsis, talk about my favorite scenes in the book, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the book. So, Morgan Atkins is used to losing, but losing Messiah Williams was the most tragic of them all. Surely after Messiah, no other man could compare. Settling with Sebastian Fredrick didn't seem like such an impossible task. He treated her well enough, he accepted her children, and he offered her interest into a well-connected world. There was only one problem. He wanted to change her into someone else. The rules that went along with his lifestyle suffocated her, and when Morgan reconnected with Messiah's crew, she no longer wanted to play by Bash's rules. When she falls in love with Messiah's best friend, Ahmeek Harris, she knows she's headed for trouble. His presence heals her in a way that no man has ever been able to do before. That love affair is electric. Morgan is uncertain about many things, but one thing she is sure of is that she can't let this feeling go. She goes out on a limb and risks it all to be with Meek. But when Messiah reveals that he's still alive, the battle for one girl's heart just may lead to the demise of them all. She can only be queen to one man. Which one has the true key to her heart? Can Messiah make up for his mistakes, or is it too late to save what they once had? Is Ahmeek a rebound, or does he offer her something more? Does Bash even stand a chance? This second installment of the Butterfly series will leave you breathless. And that it did, baby. Now, the story starts with Messiah, Morgan's, first love, and the biological father of her two adorable twins, Masari and Yara Ray. It starts with he and Ethic, her adopted father, on a fishing trip, and Ethic begins mentoring him on how to be a better man, and how to win Morgan back. And Messiah, he's eager to start this daunting challenge, right? So, chapter 1 begins with Ahmeek going to Morgan's house, and they have a little adult time all through the night. And then the next morning, Bash catches them. He texts Morgan to open the door, and he's like, she's like, oh, Bash, I was gonna call you, we got some things to talk, but I don't want to talk right now. He was like, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, like you running off with with your old work homeboys, one of your old work homeboys in the middle of your free press interview. Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. And Morgan, I forget what she said, but anyway, she's like, he like, oh my God. And he was like, which one of them you sleeping with? Which one of Messiah's friends? Ahmeek, right? That's who you sleeping with. And she was like, I promise you we can talk about this later, but not right now. And he was like, what he said? The book was good. I'm trying to reenact this scene because that was my favorite scene out of the whole book. But he's like, he a bum. And she's like, he's not a bum. He was like, he ain't gonna be nothing more than the neighborhood thug. She was like, he's not a thug. And he was like, don't be defending your side N-word to me. It was so funny. I love that scene. Like when Bash was going off, I was like, yes, Bash, go ahead. So he grabs her by the neck, pushes her against the wall, and tells her, how could you? You got me out here waiting till you ready, but you sleeping with him. And Meek comes out of the room with just his boxers on. Morgan look over at him, Meek, and smile. And I think that's what really set Bash off, right? And Bash and Ahmeek get to fight because Ahmeek says, wasn't no sleeping and wasn't no waiting, homie. And Bash say, what you just say to me? And they go to fighting, right? And Ahmeek beat the brakes off of Bash, right? So then, after Ahmeek beat Bash, Ahmeek leaves. Morgan tells him he was wrong, and then she's go back in there, and she, and Bash talks. She tells Bash she's not happy with him. His mother takes away her voice and her choices, and, she got her line publicly about who the father of her kids is, and she doesn't like that because, in book 1, she stated that though she's never said anything, she doesn't like the fact that people think that Bash is her children's father, right? And, you know, Bash tells her he loves the hell out of her. He always had from the moment he saw her. He asks her to give him a chance. And she says, okay, she tries to give him a chance. And she doesn't see Ahmeek or Bash for a little while, a couple of weeks. She doesn't see them. You know, she's just her and her two little children, right? And then one night, you know, what happened? Something happened. But anywho, one night, yeah, back to the bricks. This little Flint town tradition where they have like a parade of cars. From what I see, I've been to look that up on YouTube. Look up some of the Back to the Bricks videos on YouTube. Anyway, she and Ahmeek reconnect there, and she tells him, you know, I haven't seen Bash, or just the same way I haven't seen you either. And, you know, Meek lays claim to her in front of everybody. You know, it's a big old show. Meek lays claim to her in front of everybody. And they rekindle their romance because, you know, he was missing her and she was missing him, but she was trying to, like, you know, have some time to herself and not have no male drama or whatever, right? So that's what happened with them. So then she is at dinner with Bash and his family, and Meek calls her, and she, you know, walks away from the table. This is one of my favorite scenes. She walks away from the table to take the phone call, and, you know, Bash comes outside and say, unlock your phone. I'm sorry, but those moments with Bash was killing me. He's like, unlock your phone. You full of shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I thought you told me that was done. And she tries to walk from by him and let him know, you know, she's not here for none of that, and tell Bash that, you know, you thinking everything's sweet because I be going with the flow in London. And he was like, oh yeah, I forgot your daddy is a gangster. She was like, dad is a whole killer, and I ain't talking about ethics. She was talking about me. And Bash grabbed her little self up with the quickness, trying that man like that. It wasn't funny at all. At all. I don't condone violence, but I'm talking about for the sake of the book. I was like, oh snap, check out old Bash, right? So she and Bash, you know, she going to get her gun. She shoots at him, but she misses on purpose. It was like a warning shot to him or whatever. And Bash go to crying to her, telling her don't take the kids away, that, you know, it would break him and that she's hurting him. And she accepts his BS and, you know, starts thinking that she did provoke him and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of a little sad moment for me because I could just, you know, I like, girl, you didn't provoke him. Bash is an idiot. You know, you've done a lot of shady stuff to that man, but Bash, you know, you don't deserve to be choking up like multiple times like that. I don't play that cutting off somebody's airway. Even though I'm laughing, like in real life, I don't play that. You don't take somebody's airway away from them, right? You don't restrict someone's airway. But anyway, she and Ahmeek comes over to her apartment when she goes back home and tells her he wants to take us on a date, and he rents out the entire skating rink to take her out skating. And he, Arya and Issa, they're all out there, you know, racing on the skates and betting on the babies and stuff. It was a really cute little scene. So then she goes back to his place and she tells him, you know, give her a week to end things with Bash and then she's all his. So a week later, her birthday comes around, but Bash has planned some big party for her, so she can't go off with Ahmeek like she planned. So they were supposed to be going to Disney World because Ahmeek a really good dude. So at the birthday party, her trashy baby daddy just had to come show his face unexpected after Ethic told him not to come around until he talks to Morgan first. So she sees Messiah and she completely breaks down at hearing this guy's name. Her heart stops, right? So for a moment, she's like happy to see him. Then she goes off on him, like rightly so. Then after that, she grabs her children and she leaves and go home. And she tells Bash, you know, he could leave too. And after Bash leaves, Arya shows up and try to be a good friend and tells her, you know, you don't owe Messiah nothing. You thought he was dead. He broke you down. He didn't care about you. And tell her the only thing she owed him is to let him know that those kids are his, right? And Morgan tells her that Messiah was going to try to kill Ethic, and that she never wanted to admit it because she didn't want to look like a fool for having fallen in love with him. And Arya tells her, you know, I can't see Messiah hurting you, whatever. Then Ahmeek comes over, right? This is another favorite scene. Ahmeek comes over and talks to Morgan, and as she's outside telling him bye, here comes Messiah again, popping up unexpectedly on his own, right? Without invitation. And he And when Meek gets to fight, and Morgan tries to break it up, and he ends up slapping her so hard that she loses her hearing, right? She ends up going to the hospital. Messiah comes to the hospital with Ethic, and she completely melts down. She throws everything in the room at him, tells him to leave. And that's basically it. Those are my favorite parts of the book. So, at the end of the book, there was a shootout with her and her children, and against her children, and Ari at the dance studio, and they end up going to the hospital, she and her children. And while they're in the hospital, Bash threatens her and blackmails her and tells her, you know, I don't forget, I know what you told me what Ethic did to Alani's brother for you, right? And he blackmails her to save him, says that if not, you know, he's gonna put Ethic in jail, take away her college credit. She'll no longer qualify for graduation, right? And that is it. Now, my thoughts on the story, like I said, it was an awesome story, right? I know y'all probably looking at this like, what is Brittany? But anywho, it was a really good review. Like, I mean, it was a really good book. I loved the book. Now, what I didn't like, no, let me just say this. I wish Messiah had stayed dead. Like, I don't like Messiah. He can redeem himself, and I'm here for it. But at this point, I don't like Messiah. I'm not Team Messiah, Team Ahmeek, Team Bastion. I am Team Morgan. I want her and her children to be happy and safe. I don't really care who she ends up with, but I don't like Messiah at all. He is selfish, and all he thinks about is himself. And I honestly don't think he loves Morgan the way he talks. Like, and I've been saying this since Ethic Book 5. You know, that he doesn't care about that girl the way he think he does. Because if he did, like, all the time that he still had to, like, just tell her he loved her and that he's sorry while he was dying of cancer, he would have done that. You know, he could have wrote her a letter after he, you know, went away from the hospital and went to Johns Hopkins over in Baltimore. He could have wrote her a letter to be delivered once he was gone. You know what I mean? Just to tell her that he was sorry. But I don't think he loved her, right? At all. My only criticism of the book is, you know, it was a cliffhanger, and I don't mind it ending on the cliffhanger, right? But the thing about it was like Arya's fate. Like, we had Arya's fate, and then we learned that Bash blackmailing her. So it was like too many for me. It was too many parts to end it on. That it ended on too many parts for me. Like, it would have been nice to see if Arya had just said she's texting, if she had just texted Morgan and said, I'm on my way to sit with you at a hospital. Then in the next book, we found out that she was kidnapped after she stepped outside of the house. That would have been nice. But that was my thing. I didn't like that was a cliffhanger that happened in that book, right? And what else? Yeah, that's what happened. Now I'm gonna say that this isn't no disrespect to Sister Soldier or to Ashley Antoinette, but reading Morgan's story is, I really thought that Morgan's stories would have been Portia Santiago's story. So when Portia, A Deeper Love Inside came out in 2013, I expected it to be a little like Morgan's. I wanted to say this because I read I went back and I read some of the reviews on Amazon yesterday because I wanted to see what everybody else was thinking about the book, like review-wise, because I'm a part of her book group on Facebook. But we mostly be on us talking about the characters. We don't really like talk about we talk about the book, but we don't be writing our reviews in the book group, of course. But I wanted to say this. I was reading some of those reviews, and a lot of them, like a lot of the top reviews was talking about her book group on Facebook. The book group is lit. The reading group on Facebook is lit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's super lit. But it's just as lit as the Harry Potter fan clubs on Facebook, the Twilight series on Facebook, the 50 Shades of Grey series. Like, you know, like they love those characters. So the people in that book group love those characters. And Ashley isn't doing she gives us appetizers in the midst of writing the book. She'll reveal stuff about information in the midst of writing the book. And to me, that's no different than what J.K. Rowling did, other than, you know, J.K. Rowling told us, you know, stories about the characters after the series was over, you know, she revealed that, you know, she didn't want to kill, not Dumbledore, but she didn't want to kill Fred or George, one of the twins. That was one of the words that she wrote, and, you know, she revealed that Dumbledore was gay. So I don't really see the difference in what she's doing, other than she's doing it in the midst of writing the book versus telling us about the characters afterwards. So I'm gonna say that about the Facebook group. And it ain't my place to talk about it, but I just want to say that about it. It's real lit in there, though. It's lit in there. I always leave a group and then I come back, because it can be distracting, because like sometimes I don't even scroll down my my Facebook timeline. I just go to the group and read what everybody's talking about. I'm one of them lurkers. I'll comment and then I delete my comments, because I hate getting, for some reason I really hate getting notifications on Facebook. Like I be like, oh my God, golly, and not just in that group, like period. So I'll say that about the Facebook book group. All right, guys. Also, I will be reviewing the Babysitter's Book Club series, because I gotta check that out. That was one of my favorite series as a kid. I will be coming back to review A Day Late and a Dollar Short by Terry McMillan. I'm not reviewing that atrocity of a movie. I will be doing Disappearing Acts, the movie and the book. Also, I have something fun in store for the Ethics series, the Midnight series by Sister Soldier, and Brenda Hampton Naughty series. I have something special planned for those series for the month of July. I cannot wait. Also, if you read Butterfly, let me know your thoughts and comments. Tell me your favorite scenes of the book, because I swear that book had it going on from start to finish. Tell me your favorite scenes of the book. What do you think about Messiah, and who are you rooting for at this point? Because like I said, for me, I'm Team Morgan. So whoever makes her happy, keep her and her little baby safe, I'm here for them. I'm all about Morgan. I don't care about these men. And also, don't forget to follow me on Books by Brit on Instagram, as well as send me an email at booksbybrit@gmail.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Going to the Middle East.